Warning: this video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions and foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off. Greetings, internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? I'm not doing so badly. Today is going to be a relatively quick video because there's not a whole lot to say on this subject that hasn't already been said in the past, especially by me. And as you can see by the title, we're talking about Harold Camping and the fact that he is wrong again. I'm 99.9% certain that he's wrong anyway. But just for safety's sake, maybe we should do a few checks to make sure that people haven't disappeared and been caught up in the supposed rapture that was supposedly to take place on October 21st. So, maybe we should do a couple of quick checks really quick. Hey, Zarek, you still here?
Still here, and still being a Zarek.
Of course you are, my friend. Of course you are. Okay, well that's good to know. Hey Cam, you still here, buddy?
Yes, Ramsay, I'm in fact still here.
Also good to know. Excellent, excellent. One more, let's just check again just to be sure. Hey Arch, you still here, buddy? Well, this is interesting. Uh-oh.
Hey, Lurchfiend, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, Bob. How are you doing today? Well, I'm doing super. Say, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know. Let's stay in and watch a movie. Oh, boy, Archfiend, that sounds like a great idea. Do you want to watch that Jennifer Lopez movie, Selena? Isn't that one of your favorites? Oh, my God, I love that movie, Bob. I can't... Ramsay? Do you mind?
Well, no, I guess I don't mind. Good to see you're still here, at least physically, anyway. Moving on to the point at hand here. So, what I've just tried to insinuate to you guys is, once again, Harold Camping's predictions have failed. Now, those of you may remember that this is the second time that he has made a rapture prediction within the same calendar year. He earlier this year predicted that May 21st was going to be the beginning of the tribulation, and then that October 21st would be the rapture and all this good, happy horseshit crap. Obviously, it hasn't happened. And it's never ever actually going to happen. Especially when some crackpot like Harold Camping, who is simply making the statement to bring popularity and attention to his radio show, makes the claim. Now, there's a lot of little different things that we could say about this. Number one, that these two predictions this year were not Harold Camping's first predictions. Some of you who are old enough may remember back in 1994, Harold Camping made a similar prediction and turned out to be wrong. Now, in the research that I've done on this, one of the amazing things that I found, which is actually kind of disturbing, is that each time that Harold Camping is wrong about a rapture prediction, he is incredibly blasé when confronted with, hey, you were wrong. Usually passes it off so nonchalantly, like, oh, my math was a little wrong, or oh, I don't know what happened. Obviously, the rapture didn't happen, so I don't know what's going on. What's irritating about the fact that he's so blasé about this is because there's a percentage of easily influenced, easily led, extremely sheep-like Christians, yes, a minority, I know, of these, there's a percentage of Christians that believe herald camping, and I can't help but put them primarily in the category of older people. And there have been reports and articles here and there about people giving away their worldly possessions in anticipation of herald camping's predictions coming true, people giving away their financial assets, and then, of course, once the rapture does not happen, they are absolutely, utterly, and totally screwed. So for those of you thinking that this is harmless and that Harold Camping's asinine rapture predictions are totally harmless, think about the people who believe him so thoroughly and wholeheartedly that they give away their worldly possessions expecting to be swept up in the rapture. Now the last thing I have to say about this may actually surprise a few of you, because I'm going to bring up a point that many Christians brought up to me when I made my last video on this subject back in May. The most common thing that Christians said to me, aside from, you have to understand these are the minorities of Christians. Yes, I said that in that video. I've said that in this video. So please don't sit here and inundate my comment sections with going, well, these are the minority of Christians and you're misrepresenting us in our religion. No, I'm not. I've stated many, many times, this is the minority of Christians. This is a small faction of the large and broad-ranging group that is Christians. However, that does not alleviate the fact that these people are kind of silly. So, anyway, the second most commonly thing brought up to me in my previous video was that it says supposedly, or no, not even supposedly, it does say in the text of the Book of Myths, which the Christian religion is founded upon, that the rapture which it describes cannot be predicted by any one man or person, because nobody knows when God will come again or Jesus will come again or whatever. The details are unimportant. The point that I'm making is that in the Book of Myths, that is the basis for the Christian doctrine, it itself says that you're not going to know when the rapture is going to happen. So why some fundamentalist crazy Christian would seem to think that he knows some mathematic formula for predicting the rapture is simply beyond me, because if they believe the moldy old Book of Myths in which they claim to devote their lives to, then they know that they can't predict it. So that just kind of debunks Harold Camping on another level and just kind of makes him look like an absolutely asinine fool, in my personal opinion, and evidently in the opinions of the quote-unquote not minority, the majority of Christians who believe that he is totally full of shit based on the reasons that I have just mentioned in the last few minutes. So there you go, there you have it. Still no rapture. Those of you like me understand why there's no fucking rapture, because the whole Christian ideology is a fucking myth. Just like Thor, just like Odin, just like Ra, okay? It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all myth. It's all something we create in our mind to give us comfort about the fact that existence and life is much more vast and random than we can wrap our tiny little itty-bitty human brains around. That there is so much more information floating around in the universe than we can perceive with the tiny little filters in our head, which are our only device for assimilating the information that the universe gives to us, and our only computer for processing said information is only being used at less than 10% of its capacity, and even those are the genius people. So, there you go. There you have it. I'm RantingRamsay. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?
Douche.